You'll go 10 feet soon as you move wrong, been too long. Just shot the hood, we hurt. I be down, you take some from me, take your soul and put my blues on. Head count. Free my bros that's in the feds now. Bro went in with waste when he came out, heard he got dreads now. Quick to make a poster when we catch you, you gon' tag down. No, you ain't my kind, don't come around here with your hand out. I was taught to walk around with 2 Glocks and never stand out.
Stand out and forever be my fan out. All good with me rolling through our whole hood. Big dreams when they see me on the TV. Whole team, yeah, we living what we foresee. Good, we fly. Tripping on the money getting high. We good, we fly. Tripping on the money getting high.
Automatic on the track. Automatic on the track.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your host, Andre Norman. I'm a co-host. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I am a co-host on this phenomenal show, man. We have brother Big Hit. You know what I'm saying? We got Hit Boy. We are in the building. You know what I'm saying? Pasadena and Boston and collaborating. We just come to bring you this information, man. It's an honor and a joy, as always. And I start every show by letting brothers know this is for all our brothers and sisters behind the wall, man. You got 650,000 people who are sitting in their cell about to be introduced, man, to legends and legends in the making.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, how y'all doing today?
Respect, man. I'm good, man. It's crazy to be sitting here because I seen a couple of your clips online and you going viral. So, you know what I mean? It's just dope to be able to tap in, you know, talk about our story.
Big homie hit me up, was like, yo, Dre, my man's trying to do something. I'm always in the middle of something. But when somebody's true to your heart hit you up, it ain't about how, it's about how do you make it happen?
Yeah.
How do you, I'm busy, I'm on the road.
Right.
When somebody call you that you respect, you show up.
Facts.
You find a way to make it work.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's big respect.
for those who don't know you, who would you be, man?
Man, I'm a Hit Boy, musician, artist, producer, writer, all that, man. I produced a lot of records for, you know, everybody from Jay-Z to Beyonce, Kanye West, Rihanna, A$AP Rocky on down, you know what I mean? And we here today. My pops just touched down, man. You know, that's been a struggle like a lot of my life, just like that father-son thing, you know, because he's been gone basically since I was 3 years old. I'm 36 now. So just to, all the positioning that I had to, you know, go through to put myself, you know, where I'm at, it kind of is making sense now that we really on that trajectory of like putting out music, getting fans, people buying in and rocking with what Big Hit is doing musically and just as a person. It's just all kind of coming around, but just like growing up as a kid, like that was something that I, you know, feel like I was lacking, you know, but we still kept the bond. We still was cool. Wrote letters. I used to visit them as much as I, you know, my grandma or my auntie or somebody would take me. And, you know, just like right now, it's like a full circle moment, man. It's crazy.
You want to introduce yourself to the world, man?
Absolutely. Big Hit, you know what I'm saying? Pasadena, born and raised. Basically, you know, was in the streets. I was pushed to the streets. I ran away. I gravitated to the streets. You know, I didn't have to, you know, really be out there. I grew up in a home with my mother and father growing up. He spoiled me like he doing my grandson type situation, you know, so, because he was an orphan, you know, he spoiled me. And we kind of was clashing because I was kind of too buck wild, and you start getting beat 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a day. I ran away
It's
from
time to
home.
go.
But yeah, so at a young age, I gravitated to the streets and I thought I started making a career and a lifestyle.
My thing is this. You're here.
Absolutely.
Everything else aside, the journey is real. But we're sitting here right now, father, son, grandson offset. You know what I'm saying? That's 3 generations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This in progress. You know what I'm saying? I trust and hope that your father's still, but that's 4 that's actually here making moves, man. So how does it feel? I can ask you about the street stuff. I grew up in the street too.
Yeah.
Went to
I
prison.
was getting to something to basically say that I got caught up. You feel me?
I mean, we all get caught up.
Yeah.
The caught up part is everybody in here is caught up. Everybody watching you caught up.
Yeah,
So they get the caught up part, the bad lawyers and the courthouse and the stuff shuffling and come to court next week, sign this paper, take this 20 years. We all know that. How does it feel to be sitting here with your boy though?
Man, it's a dream come true. Only God made it happen, man. So it's like, I dreamed about it, meditated on it, prayed on it, and manifested it. We're here on flesh right now.
So for the fathers today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to you.
Yes, sir.
Happy Father's for you, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
For all the dads who are sitting there saying, man, I don't know if I can connect to my son. I've been away too long. I did too much. What can you tell that man to stay focused?
Man, you gotta hold on to that feeling you was feeling, from the beginning. Don't lose that feeling, man, and hold on, hang on, and reach out regardless. Don't let nobody detour that, that eagerness, man. It's gotta, reach out and try to bridge that gap. You know what I'm saying? Because, you only live once right now on this, it's for right now until, the resurrection. But at the same time, you got to.
They're going to tell you, oh, man, my baby mama out of control. She won't bring the boy to come see me.
I mean, you ain't going through nothing with me and my baby mama going through, through the ringer. So that's the excuse right there,
You just got to find a way.
Yeah, you just got to keep it pushing, man, and be the bigger man and, go over that. Because, I've been called the police on and everything. So, that's ain't nothing worse than that, So, yeah.
So, being your dad's away, like you said, he's going through it with your mom. So you're stuck in the middle or to the side. But how do you feel not having full access to dad?
Well, I mean, my mom, he got 2 other kids. So, my mom wasn't really like, as far as I remember, like, if I wanted to go see him or grandma called her, like, I'm finna go take him, like, she was down with it, you know what I mean? She always gave me his letters, like, make sure she sent my letters back to him. I just found out, like, some of the stuff he wasn't even getting, like, the prison to send it back or whatever the case is. And it's just like, I feel like, my mom definitely, like, she didn't really hold back on letting me, talk to him anytime he called, stuff like that.
Do you know your music? He's doing music now. He wasn't doing music. Did you grow up doing music?
Well, I didn't lay it down, but I always did music, and kept it on the low.
I can spit a couple bars from '88 now.
I was just doing it just
For fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then your fun turning.
Spitting, all that. Yeah, on me.
Don't get me started. I was supposed to be in Crush Crew. My homie was in Crush Crew. I was supposed to be a dancer in Crush Crew.
That's classic. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But my son, one day, he was staying with his mom because we divorced. He's watching the Beyonce movie and Jamie Foxx, Dreamgirls. He watching it and just out of the blue. He lived with me when he was like 1 and 2. He's living with her. He's like 7. He jumps off the couch and just starts dancing out of nowhere. She said, that's your damn daddy. And then he started music and dancing, 100%.
Yeah.
And it passes on. It's called genetics.
Straight up.
So when did you start writing again seriously?
Man, I was in, guess I was in juvenile hall. Yeah, I was in juvenile hall and isolated.
It was your therapy?
I mean, I don't know what it was. It's just something about it. It's just always natural. That's what I do. I just get paper, get medical slips, and write on
On the back
On
end.
the back of the year, yup. Let me get a piece of paper, medical slip or whatever, right on the back of that, and just, just keep stacking them up.
I wrote Amazing Grace on paper towels when I first went to the county. And I kept that my whole bit. Not the actual song, but that was the only song I knew the words to. It was my favorite song. I wrote Amazing Grace, the entire lyrics down, on the back of a paper towel. And I sang it to myself for 23 years.
Wow.
So you produced Beyonce.
Right.
You produced Rihanna. You produced, I go down the list. You A$AP Rocky. You
Travis Scott.
Travis
Drake.
Scott, Drake. You just did Nas. You're in the studio with everybody.
Right.
What's the difference between doing their work and doing your father's work?
I mean, I keep it on the line of like, I'ma still keep that professional producer mentality, but it's just the feeling that I get. Obviously, I'm telling my story, he's telling his story. That's a big thing for me, just emotionally. But at the same time, we trying to make the best song we can. So I'm really producing him. You know what I mean? The same way I would produce whoever, Nas, or whoever come rock with me. I'm gonna give my thoughts. I'm gonna rearrange stuff. I'm gonna make it sound how I feel like my ear wanted to sound. I think that's the beautiful thing. It's definitely no ego about it. You know what I mean? You can run into ego sometimes in the industry, but as far as us, it's like he like, man, I'm gonna lay this idea. I'm taking this part, making certain part like a hook. Take this part, make it a verse. Take the second verse, make it the first verse. Whatever I'm doing to produce the song, he be down with it. So it's like we just making it happen. But working with all these dope artists, man, I just got so much knowledge. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad that producing popped off for me first, because I was able to get in rooms with all these, amazing, huge artists, platinum, diamond artists, and just get that knowledge. You know what I mean?
You're Diamond 2 now.
Right. I got a couple diamond records: "Sicko Mode" by Drake, Travis Scott, and "Niggas in Paris" by Jay-Z and Kanye West. They both diamond. Yeah.
You say that.
That's 10 million each.
Yeah. If they don't know what a diamond is, they shouldn't be watching. No. If you don't know what a diamond is, man, just change the channel. But real talk, I've accomplished some things in my life. And people say, yo, Dre, how do you feel that you did that? When you got the plaque and it's sitting in your hands, or you've seen the views run up on YouTube, what does it do for you?
I mean, it's just, I guess you would say like a confidence booster, just as far as like, okay, I could do this and people are receptive to what I'm doing. So that make you just want to make more, give you that feeling of being addicted. Like, I just want to keep running it up like this, like, you know what I mean, on as many songs as I can.
And what was it like for you? Because I know he told you, you're talking on the phone, hey, Pop, this is my song. And you just watch, you're in the day room, what? You just seen the whole building go crazy. You know, that's your...
Like, sometimes I know I hear it before it come out, but a lot of times I didn't know because I was in isolation or something like that, And I'll be hearing it, I'll be bumping it, but I never know, and I find out later, like, oh, okay, man, is that right?
I was on a prison bus. I got kicked out of Mass. I was on a prison bus going through Oklahoma. And we're in the middle of nowhere. On a prison bus going to El Reno, Oklahoma, in the middle of nowhere. And they played New Edition on the radio. I'm from Boston. I'm like, the homies are on the back. This is radio days. They no satellite. They playing the homies in Nowhereville, Oklahoma. It was like pride. And I halfway know these dudes. We just from the same city. He from you. I can't imagine the pride. I get pride to my head New Edition to this day. I love New Edition. You know what I'm saying? Never met none of them, hung out with none of them, but they from my city. I can't, what's the pride when you see your son come on the radio?
Oh, man, it's like, I'm looking at me. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I knew he was gonna be there. I felt like I knew I was gonna be there. It's like I'm looking at myself right there. I'm like, man.
I'm thinking, I root for the Patriots. I root for the Celtics. I root for the Red Sox. And I'm everything Boston. And it's like, we're ready to fight over this. I done fought over Larry Bird a few times. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the feds. I done fought over Larry Bird a few times. But it is what it is. And we take extreme pride over hometown teams that we don't know nobody. Right. Don't get a dime or don't get no love, walk by us in the street. Your root, that's your hometown team. That's your city. I'm trying to like, how do I 10X the feeling of the Patriots?
I feel like it's me. I'm telling you, so it's the real.
So what do you say to the dads who are trying to understand that vibe. 'Cause listen, if you could bottle that and share that, you probably fix the whole prison system.
Absolutely, man. You gotta just stay focused on your dreams, man, because you can live your dreams through your kids. You know what I'm saying? And you can just stay stay bonded and bridge that gap, no matter how far, how long you've been away, or whatever. It's always that bond in their head. It's like mental telepathy. You know, they reaching out. That's why you get them thoughts about your kids, because they thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's deep. You know, so once you do tap in, stay tapped in. That's the one thing, because you can still get detached in the walls. That's what the concrete walls is for, man. They detach you from reality. You know, that's why it's hard to get reception and all that. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Prisons weren't made for reception. It's cement and steel.
Yeah.
The two things that block reception better than anything.
It's about mental reception too. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So what do you think about the tablet game? They got tablets now.
Yeah. The tablets is cool. That is the best thing booming right now. You save people's life with that. Because a lot of people was on restriction. I mean, I still was on restriction. They had mine cut off, but yeah, a lot of like dudes that was fighting over positions to get in line. It calmed a lot of drama down. Dudes was getting stabbed up over the phones and all that, just over senseless beat a lot.
They can just make a call off your tablet.
Yeah, you can just be in your cell. I mean, all day long now. But,
I know this for a fact. There's two things, and it's helping people. And the 600,000 brothers will come home every year, need help. Their families need help. The court systems need help. Probation, parole needs help. The police departments need help. There's helping people. Then there's the business of helping people, where people monetize, whether they sell a service or sell a gadget or sell a system to make the thing go. I'm saying it's the business of helping people. So how do we move you? Because I don't want you just to help people. I'm saying because we feel like, oh, black folks, you give us $10, we'll save the whole world. Where the next man, you give him $1 million, he's taking 10 kids home, and he's literally stopping at 10. He's done it. System said 10. You're 11 to go home. Come back, get on the waiting list.
Right.
How do we help you help more people? How do we share your message bigger?
man, on this network or just
Period. Network we got. Listen, we got the network. We can put you on here.
Through the music for sure.
Yeah,
that's
guaranteed.
like a major connection.
For sure, through the music. Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's the name of your new album?
That's a good one. I mean, right now I got
So new, we still like mapping all the
True
last
Stories is what we got right now.
tentative. I mean, I was saying we should call it The Truth Is In My Eyes, like it's the intro name. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. It's up for grabs right now.
We naming the album
So
right here on the,
fresh.
you know what I mean, for everybody on JPay or on the tablets, you know what I mean?
Real
Y'all
talk.
seeing us name the album right there. So.
Yeah, I guess the truth is in
Surfer
my
Tron
eyes,
Volume 2 is out. That's my album right now. And his album is solo album produced by me. That's gonna be The Truth Is In My Eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. This is not a game. Go to the media store and you make sure you download this album. I'm saying you gotta get the hits in real time. You gotta get the, listen, we support y'all, you support them. It's a circular thing, man. I'm saying there's nobody coming to save you, but they showing up for you. I'm saying, so go to the media store and make sure you download this album, man, and let us know.
Sure. Y'all stay up, stay strong in there, man. I did it, man, on my head. So I know it ain't. I know it's no cakewalk, but you know what I'm saying. Just don't let them break you and stay focused.
I know you appealed your sentence.
Yeah, I beat my sentence.
You beat your sentence. Did you beat it? Did you beat it after the first time?
Nah,
After the fifth time?
Like 20 times, man.
You went. Hold on. You went 20 times deep on appeals.
20 times deep, man. Just because I had a biased judge, you know what I'm saying, and I knew I was trying to get around him and recuse him. He was refusing to, step down off the bench, and I just kept shooting it in at him because I knew I had to get past him to go to
You
the
went
next
20
level.
times.
20 times.
So, question: how many dudes on the yard told you after 15, man, let it go?
I mean, they been told me that, you know, they already told me like it's a wrap. A lot of jailhouse lawyers or whatsoever, but I still hire another lawyer and hire another lawyer, and I had 3 lawyers on this right before I got. I had 3 different lawyers. I still got appeals in, that's pending. Right now I'm out, but I still got appeals pending. But you know, like a lot of dudes lay down. I only had 3 years left, and a lot of dudes, you know, they got the attitude. They like, man, I'm stuck. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, they feel like I'm gonna die in prison, you know, and I gave a lot of dudes inspiration, man, to get back up in the law library and start fighting, man.
18 times in state and 2 times in state appellate court.
Yeah, federal too. Yeah, I'm in the feds now, but yeah, state, most of the state.
But this is the thing. If you're home, why are you still fighting?
Because they did so much violations. See, I only beat my enhancements. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave me an illegal sentence. The judge did. I knew what he was doing. He didn't like what I was doing as far as representing myself. You know, telling him what his laws was. You know what I'm saying?
That don't go well.
He wasn't feeling that.
You don't come in with a high school diploma telling the judge nothing.
Yeah, so, you know, so basically they made an example out of me. And, you know, and I just kept, I knew what he could do and not what he couldn't do. And he wasn't feeling that, so he whacked me.
You fought it to the end.
I fought it to the end, man. And most dudes would have laid down because, like I said, I only had 3 years left. There's nothing. I already did that. Yeah, for real. You know, so, but I did lay down, and when I did win that, they took it off. They took 7 years off. And so they held me over. I was supposed to get out in 2018. So they held me like 5, 6 years over. You know, so I got that lawsuit coming, and then so that's just the enhancements, not the actual charge itself. So I had, like I say, 2 more lawyers, and they was on top of it. They sent it in too, and the same biased judge, he just violated all around the board. So I got that pending right now, and they gonna probably take off that time too, and I'm gonna have another lawsuit for.
What was it like when you got the message he was coming home?
It was crazy because, I mean, and he had told me a couple times that, you know, they was finna let him go. So this time it was kind of like, you know.
You heard it before.
Yeah, I
you
heard
want
it
it,
before.
but it's like.
Obviously, I don't want to get, like, my hopes up. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like to live off, like, you know, just hoping. Like, it's like, you know, I want stuff to be concrete. But, you know, I definitely, like, we had a plan, man. Like, we been had talking, like, you know, they had a phone, chopping it, texting, whatever. And it's just like, we knew we was going to just get straight to it. Like, it was no games because we already had some momentum. We had got out around 2013, and we was putting music out. And, you know, I put a compilation out. He was on a few songs. And I seen that, you know, real people, like from Nipsey Hussle to, like, Jay-Z, to, you know, so many people. I took him, you know, around, and they embraced him, and they saw the authenticity. They liked the raps, everything. It was just like we had so much momentum going. Then boom, he locked up again after meeting with Jay-Z. After, like, you know what I mean, being at Puff Daddy house, making music with him and vibing with him. It's just like, man, that was painful. That was painful. That was painful. So we had just went to Miami to work on Puff album. And we was out there for probably like a week and a half or something. Just Timberland was coming through, all type of, you know, high profile musicians and music people, loving Pops, embracing them. So we fly back, whatever went down, he got locked up. Then Puff asked me to come back and work. This is like all within like a couple, 2 month span or whatever, month and a half, whatever. I go back to Miami, and I just remember without Pops. I remember getting in my hotel room, and I just I hadn't really took the emotion in from anything that we had been going through. But as soon as I got to my hotel, put my bags down, sat on the bed, everything hit me at one time. Just start crying like a mug, you know what I mean? And just like, damn, like, you know, it felt like we were so close to, like, you know, really doing something with the music, which we had been talking about since I was a kid, you know what I mean? And for it to, you know, I felt like it fell apart. I feel like we just messed up, like, you know what I mean? And just now, fast forward to now, we just, you know, putting out music that people is really gravitating towards. Real people is checking it out, and they becoming real fans of Big Hit quick. Like, a lot of people, I see it every day now. Yo, Big Hit is my favorite new rapper. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, that, you know, you can't really put a time or think that you got it mapped out. Like, however God got it planned is how it got to happen. Because if he was home this whole time, who knows how life would be, you know what I mean? Like, I probably would have wanted to just, be in the streets with him or doing stuff that would have had me away from, you know, my purpose, which is, you know, being in this place.
So he gave a message to the dads to not quit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dads sitting there thinking their sons quit on them.
Yeah.
So what would your message be to them from a son's perspective?
Man, definitely reach out, man. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the case may be, like, just, you know, at the end of the day, that's still your kid. So you gotta, you know that it's some love in there, even if it's been buried and, you know, spit on, hated on, whatever. It's still something deep down that is gonna connect you. You know what I mean? So just keep trying for
So
sure.
the dad's feeling my son doesn't want me no more, because we start telling ourselves stuff to get through the day. Well, he doesn't want to talk to me, or he's better off without me, or you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna, I don't want him seeing me up in here. What's your answer, response to that?
Man, just try to be there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, even though, you know, he wasn't on the streets, it's still like, I just still felt that connection. You know what I mean? Like, whether it was through the letters, through the calls, visits, you know what I mean? It's just like I still felt that energy. So you gotta still give that off as best as you can, no matter how hard they make it, how hard the situation is. You gotta still reach out because that's your family.
I know for a fact, and I commend you for this, you're going back inside. Why are you going back inside doing music for people? You're free. They held you, they try to oppress you, they locked you down, put you in the box, whatever you want to call it. You won your freedom. Cool, you still got stuff going, but you out here. Yeah. Why would you voluntarily walk back inside of a prison?
I mean, I don't fear it. You know what I'm saying? I spent all my life in prison. You know what I'm saying? I know the ins and outs, what they can do, what they can't do, and I know what I left behind. You know what I'm saying? And
what did you leave behind?
My real ones. You know what I'm saying? Who I built bonds with. You know, the people who I haven't built bonds with, just who felt the struggle I was feeling. You know what I'm saying? And I know what they're going through, and I know they need help. You feel me? So I'm still in touch. A lot of homies tap in right now. Like
we're talking about a prison tour with you and your son. Going, yeah. Not only you going, you taking your boy with you.
Definitely to tell the story.
I understand it.
And, you know, get them, you know, let them hear the music, be inspired by what we're saying in the music, what he's saying in the music. You know what I mean?
Him going back inside is like, or going inside, not back, is different. Like, you're going back inside and like, yo.
Yeah, flashback.
I've been going back in. I left prison at like 10 o'clock in the morning when I let me go. They let me go on the first run. They held me for extra 2 hours. I walk out of prison, went to the parole office, signed the papers, left there. They said, where you want to go, big homie? I said, take me to the juvenile center. 90 minutes after I walked out of prison, I walked into a juvenile center. There was a bunch of little black kids in the room on lockup doing juvie time. I started talking to them. 90 minutes, went back inside. I've been in prisons for like 15 states and 5 countries. I go back in because if we don't show up, they never see success. All they see is a guy who has a parole failure or a new case. Yeah. That's all they ever see. He got all the excuses why it wasn't him. I come and say, yo, man, this is what success looks like.
Straight up.
This is what success, and if you ever go on tour with me, the first thing they're going to ask you for is not me. They're going to say, where's Big Dominic? Dom is my big homie. He showed me how to stay alive when I got off the bus. I got off the bus, I ain't know nothing. He showed me everything I needed to know to stay alive. Yeah. He was on the natural. When I came home, I got my money up, got lawyers, and got him out. He did 29 to the door. And we went back and got other homies. We got 5 homies out. I'm saying, who doing life bids, second degrees, or whatever that is, and got them out.
Right.
So every time I do a series,
yeah,
he the first video, every series. And then we took over a prison to run it the right way in South Carolina, back in Virginia, and a few other spots. We go in, we run prison programs in real time. And they always like, yeah, where you big homie? Like, when I go in, I just went on tour in New York. They're like, yeah, we're Dom. Because he has that story of having a natural life sentence, giving it back, and then giving back. You have a story of losing your family to a certain extent, getting them back, and being healthy. That story is a message to listen. Your family ain't gone. Absolutely. Your family's right where you left them. They might not be in the best condition, but we here. And they waiting on you, man.
Sure.
So you ready to go back inside?
I mean, you know, that's what it take, man. It's good, for sure. I mean, yeah, I'll get out that message to my brothers, man, that can really use the inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Because if this ain't inspiration for you, I really don't know what it is for real. Because I've been to the bottom.
How much did you do total? What was the total amount of time?
30.
30. And you want to go?
30 solid years, man.
I got 14. I tapped out at 14. Big Homie tapped out at 29. Big Hit tapped out at 30. And we ain't forgot, don't ever think people done got out and got on to the next thing. I'm saying, ain't nobody forgot about you. The question is, are you in GD class? The question is, are you in anger management? The question is, are you going to NA and AA, or are you just waiting for the rescue to show up? You know what I'm saying? We come rescue you, you come out of here with a dope habit and can't read, what's the point of rescuing you?
Man.
Make the best use of your time, so when we do get you out of there, you can, because ain't nobody adopting you. I ain't got no adoption process.
For
Hope
sure.
you don't be adopting people. When they come home, it's like, you got to make your way. Getting you out is the easy part. Staying out is the hard part.
You gotta just stay out, man. The opportunity's gonna come to you. It's about staying out, longevity. You know.
What's some of the biggest challenges you had to face mentally since you've been home?
Man, just falling back from like the bricks and the you know, the money, the fast money, that type of situation where, you know, I gotta just fall back, man, from that crowd, you know, that urge, man, to go and hustle and get it fast, you know, because I know how I can get it, and I'm just like, just X all out. I'm gonna focus on this.
But
music.
you can go hustle for a quick 3 weeks, get on your feet, and then quit, right? That doesn't work?
Hell no, that you might get caught up that first 3 days. You feel me? It's all bad.
If not, the dude you did work with in 30 days, when he gets caught 3 years from now, he's giving you up.
Facts.
Real talk. You be like, oh yeah, you want Big Hit? I got you. Here's the information. And you like, well, that was 5 years ago. It's a conspiracy. Nah. If you did it, you did it.
They ain't playing fair.
They ain't playing fair no more. Rules have dramatically changed.
Yep. I was in the feds. I know how to get out. I had the A46. You know, all my partners had A48s, like CCE, career criminals, like. So I understand how they get out.
I went through the feds in the 80s. You out there in the 80s?
No, I got caught up in 91.
I was Terre Haute, Lewisburg, El Reno.
Yeah, I was in Terre Haute.
Yeah, I was in the E-Block.
Lewisburg and El Reno, all of them.
Oklahoma
Right,
block.
all the USPs.
Yo, El Reno, tell me, it looks like the movies.
Yeah,
When you come in the Oklahoma block, the new joint, it's like 6 tiers. It looks like the movies. If you ever want to see a movie from prison,
That's the transit.
that's the transit. Now they got the joint that's in the airport.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I was there before the airport.
In the airport?
Yeah.
Now the
Now, it
plane
used to be the
lands
prison.
and it runs right into the prison.
Yeah.
They used to land in Oklahoma City, get on a bus, take them to the prison.
Yeah.
Then they built the new prison. They built one on the airport grounds. So the plane lands. When you walk off the plane, you are physically in the prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you walk off the joint, you're in the terminal.
That's deep.
You walk up the joint, man, it's next level. I'm gonna give you a piece again. My next book, my first book is called Ambassador of Hope. The next book is called Rich Friends, Poor Friends.
Yeah.
I got a lot, you too, you got a lot of rich friends.
Yeah.
And I've been hanging with these rich friends probably like 10, 15 years. And I just be listening. I'd be in the room, I'd be building, I'd be listening to their movements. And I sat my son down probably like a year ago. I said, this is how my grandkids will never be hungry. We're doing like 20 insurance policies. And on my generation. And when we go, those policies will pay into a family trust. Say it's $1 million a head, you know what I'm saying, you put up the money cash, on that cash you pay the premiums, then the 10 of us, 20 of us check out. That's $20 million into a trust fund. All a trust fund is a bank account with an instruction manual. The will is the instructions. This is how I want that money to be divided up and spent. So I put an instruction manual to the bank account. So when we die, the money goes into that bank account, my son takes over it, and a certain percentage of that has to buy new policies. And so we'll probably get another $20, $30 million in policies. And it just keeps feeding in, and it doesn't matter. You ever hear trust fund babies?
Yeah.
That's what that is. They set up trust funds. They get insurance policies on as many people as possible, because we're all gonna die. And when we pass, that money goes into the trust. And the trust fund babies, it just keeps spending. It keeps spending. And it's insurance policy. You can have a business, but your business is gonna end one day. Because technology, whatever stuff changes. So I'm setting up trust funds for the kid, and we just put policies together. And so 30 years from now, when my whole line checks out, that's $20, $30 million to a trust fund. Then there's more policies, and when they check out, $20, $31 million to a trust fund. You can't lose with insurance.
Man.
And you get to, not nothing against your son, you get to write how that trust is run. So 300 years from now, your mindset is still 10% goes to this, 20% goes to this. If a baby's born, so much goes to that. I was with a family in Pittsburgh. They got more money than anybody I've ever met. Crazy snails from Pittsburgh. But the grandfather set it up. Every time there's a baby born, a certain amount of money in the M's is dropped into an account. Policies are set up for him or her. And by the time he hits 21, those things are matured. He's sitting on $20 million. Every baby born gets instantaneous. Trust is the whole thing is lined up.
That's serious.
And when he dies, he ain't dead yet.
Yeah.
That thing stays in place. They would have to go to court and sue to change his will. They can't.
Well, who can they sue?
I'm just saying, they would sue his family estate.
Wow.
See, family estate ain't your house.
Yeah.
It's everything you own, your IP, your music, and all the rest of that.
Right.
So, my great-grandkids is good. Because I sat in the room, and I listened.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you do that? Trey.
It's having that access to them, the conversations. We don't come. I mean, we don't specifically come from that background, and nobody who could, And that's why I got to the point where I had all that bread at 23, 24, 25 years old. I didn't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, let me keep, going with the move, which I know is to just invest in my music, invest in the people around me, and it just got to this point where it was overwhelming without it being divvied up properly and me not having the information on where to put the money, who to really hire, who to really trust with, my business.
I got a mentor from St. Louis, sitting on $350 million. When we sit down, I got 6 people from St. Louis that govern my business stuff. I go sit in front of them, and they go through my taxes. They go, first thing they said, your taxes. Where you at on your taxes? I'm like, oh, no. Not H&R Block, where you at on your taxes? Right. And they gave me a real tax attorney.
Yeah.
If I could get any one thing, I want a meeting with Donald Trump's tax attorney. Because he's a beast.
Good Lord.
Because that man with decades with paying, again, they know tax law. I don't want to ride on this boat, don't want to stay in this hotel. I want to meet a tax attorney.
Nah, facts. Yeah.
So what's next, man?
Man, music, man. Movies, documentaries.
Yeah.
What's your inspiration?
Man, just I guess coming from where I just came from, and knowing that I'm not going back. In your heart, I always said I ain't going back. A lot of times, out of a million times, I said I ain't going back. But I know
what makes this time different?
It's something that's in my heart, man. Like I'm not, I got it out my system. All the extras, that urge is like. I guess when I start smoking cigarettes or something, like, you through, like, man, I'm through, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That type of situation.
Because I got a whole bunch of people watching who said they were done.
Yeah.
I got my kids, I got my this back, and they go out and they crash out.
I'd have been in a worse situation than prison, like, literally, so, I done been in the devil's den, man, where it's drama all day, every day. They ain't got nothing else to do.
They used to tell Terry Hope, let the door be the bell.
Man,
I said, what do you mean? So when the door opens, it's on. G1, the door's on lock.
Yeah.
When you first come in, they take you to G1.
Where you was in there?
Huh?
What year you was in there?
Okay. But when you go to G1 and Terry Hope, them doors on lock.
It was Death Row back then too?
Nah, Death Row wasn't there.
Okay.
They brought that later.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like the craziest thing. I lived in E Block. I go to the gym. You skip child, you go to the gym. So I'm in the gym, I'm balling. It was one of them great days. We balled for 2 hours straight. I came out the gym, like, I'm done, y'all. See y'all later. I walk up the ramp, the long ramp, walk out into the hallway, and I got into the hallway by M Block. It's M on the left. As soon as I walked in the hallway, my energy just, I'm done. Because I just played ball. Solid 2 hours, we didn't lose a game. You know what I realized? I got no strength. I can't fight off nothing or nobody. I dipped into that block on the right, forget which block that is. I ran that block, sat in the car. I said, if somebody see me in the hallway, weak like this, can't even lift my shoulders up, I'm toast. People just walk the hallways looking for a Vic. I'm a Vic right now. I dipped off into the TV room, sat in the corner, felt like I was in that block watching TV, waited to end the movement. They called end the movement, then I shot back in the hallway and had to make it all the way down the hallway clear. I said, never again will I play something to the extent where I can't defend myself. Because I only made it to the end of the hallway. somebody would have saw me walking down that hallway, super weak, not projecting the Andre, and I'd have been done. It's our time to get it.
Rose was up there then? Rose from Chicago. He was El Rookie.
I'm like 88. I'm not sure. I can't remember dudes from high school. I was saying to myself, like, yo, because somebody said, yo, I just know the dudes I ran with, but the rest of the collateral dudes.
How old was you when you went to prison?
18.
18. Damn.
Went into 18, came out at 32. Spent 2.5, shipped out to the feds, 2.5 in solitary. Picked up about 8 attempted murders, thinking I was proving something. Caught convicted twice. It's like, yo, this is the thing. And I finally figured out I was a king of nowhere. And said, man, I went to school, went to counseling, went to therapy, went to the law library, and got my stuff together, flipped my joint, came home, and started helping young cats. And for 23 years, that's 23 and a half now, across the world. Worked for the White House. The UN called me 4 years ago and said, Dre, you're good at helping kids not join gangs. Will that help kids not join terrorist groups? What we know translates into different spaces.
Yeah.
Now I got corporations calling me saying, how did you ever sit in a cell and dream of going to Harvard and then do it? Can you teach my people to have that type of vision? Can you teach my people to stay focused for 25 years? It took me 25 years to make it to a Harvard fellow. How did you not quit? I got people quit every day or don't follow through every day. The circumstances don't arrange too hard. They don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You stay focused for 25 years. You dreamed of something that didn't even make sense.
Right.
So now I teach companies how to have vision, how to communicate. I can talk to white cats, black cats, Spanish cats, Asian dudes, cops. And I was mediated as the space I had. So now I take that same skill set of mediating in penitentiary, I do it at companies. Except for they pay me a lot more.
Yeah, right. No, that's solid, man.
That's why I'm seeing that. I'm seeing you. You're a mentor to not just dudes coming out of prison. I'm saying people want strong people in their life. And companies want strong people on their team. And that's what you are. And you ain't got to change nothing else about yourself. Just show up and be you. And they're like, bring that energy. I'm saying, when you take somebody from the Lakers or from the Patriots, you want them to bring that championship energy with them. Don't stop being the Patriot. Just bring that energy over here. Don't stop being big hit. Bring that energy. And people will embrace you 100%.
Thanks.
Sure.
He went from
too turned up, man.
people love that energy, man. He went from 200 followers when he touched down. Now he got 10,000 followers. It's like real engagement, real fans. They hitting me up, like literally telling me like he they new favorite rapper, or they love the music we doing. They love the bars. They love the energy. They can feel the authenticity. Like it's just like, man.
You know what time it is? It's time for some bars. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching UMTV raps, Funk Flex. I be seeing you. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing you, Funk. I'm saying we gonna do it. We ain't got no beats. Well, I don't know who we making the beats for Funk. I watch Funk Flex 97.7. They just dudes be freestyle. We gotta get you on Funk Flex. I ain't got that pull, but
Sure. Yeah.
come on. You got to drop some bars, man.
Oh, you want to hear something right now?
They want to hear something.
Okay.
I got the whole album. I got the advanced copy.
Right.
That verse on
Tell me what's the difference between love and hate when you surrounded by people that love the snake. If this is heaven, I would hate to see hell. All I got is bad feelings that's making me dwell from solitary confinement for 23 hours. In 7 days, police say you only take 3 showers. And all these cell cowards selling death through the walls. Can't drink the water cause it's pouring death through the stalls. Dog, I'm all messed up in the box, sick to my stomach. From here, people talk to the cops, just eating this slop, hoping mail come through, just to take you away from what hell brung you. Cause all it did for me was polish my stride, humble my heart so when it's time I can swallow my pride. Cause the fans got a habit of making you wonder. When they tell you all your life, now you only your number.
24 years you've been locked in a box, and then you ask Father God for what you have got. But bit after bit, you did the same old shit. I said, I think it's about time that you realize this. You're getting old. Living in the penitentiary, you should have listened to me. It was just elementary, but no. You didn't want to listen. Now your bed's 2 feet from the place that you're pissing. How that sound? A little unrational? Well, let me tell you something. The problem's not nationally wide. It's no joke. The numbers are outrageous every day across this country. These people try to cage us just like before. Way back in the days, they support us in chains and just call us slaves. Well, now I'm in jail and called a convict. If you apply the old label, I think it still fits.
That's tight.
That's 1988. FCI Memphis. No. FCI Memphis in the hole.
That's right.
That was literally like my last rhyme. I wrote 2 joints. That's the last one I remember.
Wow.
The last one I remember is the last one I wrote. That's it.
What's up, man?
1988. Was you born yet?
I was born in 87.
1988. I was in FCI Memphis in the hole,
Man.
and I wrote that joint.
That's crazy.
I remember because it's my last one.
Man.
I don't know the rest of the song. I just know that verse. Those 16.
First one?
Nah, it's going back to like 81. Real talk, I was rocking with dudes in New York. The dudes from Crush Group, my man Float, R.I.P. to Float. They were like, listen, we're going, they had, Breaking came out here. We had Crush Group on the East Coast. The talk was, we were gonna come out here. They were gonna battle Shamu and Turbo, and I was supposed to battle Ice-T. It never happened. It might have just been all been talk, but I was supposed to, we're gonna go to Cali. We gonna battle the dance. We had the hardest dances. I was supposed to battle Ice-T. That's what, I don't know if they even knew about it. That's what they were saying on this end.
Yeah.
And it just never happened. But I've been rapping since 79. I remember the first Fresh Fest. I remember when Run DMC was doing skating rings.
Wow.
Man.
When they was in the skating ring coming through. Their first sucker MCs.
Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash. They weren't even touring. They was just in the project. You go up to New York, go to the crazy. You go to New York, go to the parks. They in the park. Everybody coming through. There wasn't no separation. You just rapping was new then. But go way back. I remember the first Fresh Fest. Run DMC, Fat Boys. Run DMC, Fat Boys, and Houdini. That was the first tour. Then it just kept going from there. My girl, I was in the county jail. My girl bought me tickets. I was like, I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Remember Nightmares of the Night by Danny Dane?
Yeah.
I called home from jail to listen to that. They were playing that over the phone. I was like, yo, Dre, it's some hot stuff.
Crazy.
Nightmare, yeah. But you know something? You about to set a whole new trend.
For sure.
You ready? You ready? Are you ready to be a megastar?
Man, absolutely. I was born ready.
Are you really ready to be a megastar?
Man, I'm gonna show you, man. I can tell you, black man.
No. See. Are you really ready to be a megastar?
Man, it's a done deal. I'm over megastar. That's an understatement.
You ready to just shut it down?
Man,
I ain't even talking about security. You can't go to the mall no more. All that. You like, you over there. You got like Floyd Mayweather, like 10 people around him, 10 times your size.
Right.
Ready for that Floyd Mayweather life?
Floyd Mayweather, man. Floyd, hit your boy. Your label be made better.
He got a label?
Yeah. Hard to say whatever. Collab with me's platinum. You want the hardest the hit boys was happening. Bracken.
You ready?
Man.
You already there. You ready to go? You ready to go back with Pops?
Smooth selling, man. No, for sure. I mean, you know, this shit, it feel great, man. It feel like, you know, regardless of whatever, like, we just put out our first music. Like, we started dropping music, like, 2 weeks ago. And it's already just, like, the story is translating and it's just transcending, like, the music, you know what I mean? They connecting with the father-son bond. They connecting with his story, my story, and it's just ill. So it already feel like we number one, you know what I mean? Whether the chart say it or not, you know what I mean? It just feel great.
So, people want to know, when you go into the studio, you started out just you said at 13, you started making your joints.
Right, I started writing songs.
Started
at
writing
13,
songs.
Yeah, exactly. And
Then you started making
when
beats.
I was like 15, 16, I ended up getting my own computer, and my grandma, his mom, went and got me my first computer that I started making beats on, and just took it from there. You know what I mean? Like, and I really like the fact that, you know, that kind of took off for me first, man, because it helped me get in the rooms with, like I said, with amazing artists, and that just developed, you know, my work ethic and just the level that I know it needs to be on.
Have you created a university to create the next you in that space, the writing space?
I've done certain things, but I haven't created a university. But you know, I definitely have done certain little things with different platforms to help empower the next generation of producers and creators. Yeah.
I mean, I think your school is something that people would sign up for.
Yeah.
If they want to write,
Yeah.
produce, you know what I'm saying, everything. Artist management. I mean, you have the whole thing. You have artist management. I'm saying you have producing, you have writing, you have everything. It's just needs to be in the school. And I believe that there's a lot of people out there who want to sign up for it.
No, thanks. I'm gonna put that together for sure.
Now,
Something I've talked about, thought about, but gotta really put it into fruition.
now the next thing, I push people out the window. That's my thing. I'm like, they're like, yo, how you get out there? Drake pushed me out the window. Drake put the thing in my ear, then he pushed me out the window, and I got to do it now.
Yeah.
I said to you earlier, I think y'all should have a podcast. Joe Buttons is crushing it. Joe Rogan is crushing it. Nori's crushing it. There's a lot of people crushing it. You know what I'm saying? But this isn't out there. YouTube, this story from a podcast perspective, you have generations covered. You have covered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
agree.
so you get to take the next, and you get to interview me. Y'all get to interview me because y'all gonna get practice. I can interview the whole way. I want y'all to have that. I did it. I went this way, now it's coming your way. So it's your show now.
Your channel for the podcast is up under the JPay.
Tablets.
My podcast goes first to JPay tablets. So 650,000 people locked up across the country, state and federal, state and county, get to see this podcast
What
for
state?
free. New York, Florida, Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas, Nevada, New Jersey,
Not Cali.
Michigan. I don't believe Cali. I think there's a few facilities in Cali. There's Harris County, which is Houston County Jail, Rikers Island, not DOC Cali.
Right.
It may be like a year or two. They go back and forth between
They
the companies.
got their own little.
No, they have the major companies, but they'll be with, it's like AT&T and Verizon. They're with you get mad, you go back to the other one. You get mad, you go back. So right now, they go back and forth. So right now, we're not in DOC Cali, but we're in like some of the houses of corrections. So
That's good.
it goes there, and then also I put it on YouTube so the rest of the world can see it.
So is the podcast, are people subscribing to this specifically, or is it just on 650 tablets, or is it 650,000 people who are actually
650,000 people get access for free.
Okay.
They don't have to do anything. When they pick up their tablet, if they subscribe, they see my video, they hit it. It's like on YouTube. You hit it, and anytime a new one comes up, it'll give you an alert. There's that. Then on the second end, I just created a travel show. It's called City View. I went to Brazil, I went to Bahamas, went to Curacao, went to Amsterdam, and it's just me going to different countries, eating food, doing this stuff. That show costs $2. So you go to the media store and you order a City View, it's $2. So they're watching that too. So these are free. Anything mental health, education, music, anything inspirational, I give. But if you want to go to Brazil with me, that's $2. So I teach business courses, that's $2. My audio, I just took my book and did an audio version. That's gonna be like $5. So, but there's 650,000 people out there who like the message, so I'm never gonna sell you something that you need. You don't need my book. The book is on there and the Kindle for free. But if you wanna listen to it versus read it, that's $5. So you can have the book for free, or you can pay for the audio version. You can have these podcasts, information, guests for free. But if you want to go to Brazil with me, I'm going to Rome. I'm going to go to Rome to the Colosseum, and I'm going to stand in the Colosseum and do a whole show. I got to buy tickets to Europe.
Yeah.
Me, the camera crew, everybody else, and I got to get hotels. That's not free.
Yeah.
So I'm not charging $1 million. That'd be $2 to watch me in Rome. I'm going to go to Italy. I'm going to go to Rome, Florence, and Milan.
That's fine.
I'm going to do a whole Italy tour. And it's $2 a city for you to go there with me. Eat the food, go to the Coliseum, ride the canals in Florence, buy some rubbish. I have somebody make me some shoes. And that's just entertainment.
How
That's
long
like
did that take?
I'll tell you about Curacao. Curacao was 3 days. We were on the ground for 3 days.
Yeah.
I gave a speech. I rented a submarine. I went scuba diving. Went to the beach. So I went scuba diving like 9 o'clock in the morning. That was about 2 hours. Later that afternoon, I rented a submarine. That was about an hour. Then later that night, I go out to the festival area. That's a couple hours. So we were on the ground filming for 3 days.
Somebody drove a submarine for you?
Yeah. I give you that. You can rent a submarine in Curacao. It's a little submarine, probably about as big as this carpet, and it holds 4 people, 5.
How deep y'all go?
And deep enough that thing opened up, we wouldn't be here. It was deep enough. It was like a pirate ship or whatever, like a ship crashed and sank. They left it down. You go down and see the ship, you see the fish. It's crazy. I scuba dive. You might go 50 feet, 60 feet.
Yeah.
That thing went way past that with the machine. With the scuba tank, if I took the thing off, I could swim to the top and be okay. With that, there was no swimming to the top. You was just done. If you came out of that joint, you fish food.
That's deep.
What questions you got for Big Head?
Man, I was just trying to see, can they buy, you saying $5, so they got access to buy it?
When you was in prison, could you buy stuff on your tablet? When you weren't in the hole? You can't.
No, I never got on there.
You can buy music. You can buy TV shows. You can buy music.
You put $5 on there, no, $10 on there.
And you can buy stuff.
Access to, no, you don't have
Different
to buy
tablets.
it. Like just radio.
These joints, you can buy songs. So when your album goes on, when y'all go to the media store, they have to buy it. It's not free. Whatever price you set, when they go to the media store, they can either buy the whole album or buy each song.
Man, they got access like that.
Yeah, and then so they can buy music, you can rent TV shows, you can rent movies. You download, you know what I'm saying, Wakanda Forever, you pay your $5.99 or whatever it is, you get it for 2 days. No different than we watch it in the crib. You go in the crib, you go to Hulu, you buy a movie, you rent a movie, you get it for 2 days. 48 hours, same joint, same setup. So movies, they can buy, TV shows they can buy, rent, games they can buy, and music they can buy. Everything else, courses, you can do a course. You can do a whole course on mindset. You can do a whole course on music. Put it on there, set a price, say take the course.
Yeah.
Or you can give it away, whatever you want to do.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
So how you gonna bring this home, man? We're getting close to the end of the show. How you gonna bring this home?
Man, Surfer Drown Volume 2 out right now, man. We sitting with the man himself. Big hit solo album coming, produced by me, man. It's up, man. I appreciate you locking in, flying out here, bringing the camera crew, man, and just like, allowing us to tell our story, bro.
Absolutely, man. Y'all stay up in there, man. Stay strong, man. Keep fighting, man. Keep the hope alive. Real, keep that sparkle in your eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Andre Norman, with my co-host, Big Hit and Hit Boy. We coming to you live. We're bringing you straight information. We ain't playing with you. We ain't going left or right, man. We need you to understand this, the theme of this show is your family's real. And there's nothing better than seeing us make it together. You know what I'm saying? So this, in case you thought, oh man, it's too late for me, it ain't too late for you. It's not too late for you. These brothers have demonstrated you can not only, man, make millions together, but you can just be family, man. Without the money, this is a beautiful picture. Ain't no money at this table. This is just family at this table, man. You know what I'm saying? Eating regular food, just sitting in the backyard, chilling. Come on out of here, man. It's that time. Go to your program, go to your course. I'm saying get right, stop saying it won't work, and come on out of here, man. Your family's waiting on you. And if you don't have no family waiting for you, come make a family. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's out here for you. And that's real time, man. And I'm just, again, I'm happy to come, man. When my homie's like, yo, father, son,
Wow.
I ain't did nothing in music in forever. Because to me, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. I'm like, yo, I'm over, now I'm good. I'm going this way.
Come here, man.
Now that's great. He go to him, not you first.
Nah, bro. You wake up at
It's
7:30. He asked for
It's Chelsea 3,
grandpa.
man. 1, 2, 3. C3, man.
C1, C2, C3.
Yeah. That's what y'all got to keep hope
What does the
alive
C stand for?
man.
Chauncey. That's all I know.
Yeah, everybody named Chauncey right here.
Yeah. How does it feel when he named his son Chauncey?
Man, it was a blessing, man.
He was the one who told me to do it. He's like, you gotta call him C3. I was like, that's hard.
He's like, don't make me see you like that. Did he say it with the voice, or did he
I
ask
already
for
wanted
like?
to do that anyway.
But he hit you that voice.
Yeah, I just made it like, okay, yeah, I gotta run with that. He gave me.
Did you lean in on the phone?
Nah. I was asking what he want to do.
Huh? It doesn't get any better than this. It does. Listen, it doesn't get any better than
He
this.
used to call me and text me or whatever and be like, man, I can't wait to just take a picture with y'all. You know what I mean? So for us to be doing interviews and C3 right here, like it's a real blessing, man. For real, it's real. So what is he gonna be? What's the plan for him when he grows up?
So, what is he gonna be? What's the plan for him when he grows up?
Man, he already so locked in on the music. Like, he be messing with the beats, he be singing and doing all type of stuff.
What you want to do when you grow up? What you want to be when you grow up? Huh? Oh, you forgot?
I did with my little one. When he was 13, we did an LLC, put in his name.
Yeah.
My chief of staff pays the bill every year, make sure it stay fresh.
Yeah.
We did I got like a gazillion credit cards, authorized user on him, pays his cell phone, pays for candy, whatever, but every month, one of three things happen. Paid on time, paid late, didn't pay. If you get an authorized user for him now, and set up an LLC for him now, when he's 20, which is 17 years from now, he's gonna say, I have a company that's 17 years old, it's paid his bill on time for 17 years, he bought a little house, bought a little car, made a little bit of movement, moved some cash around, he put 5 G's in the bank, borrow it back, secure a loan, whatever, just play with it. But 17 years from now, when he walks into a bank, he's gonna have a credit profile on a business that is solid. He can walk out here with $2-3 million, no blame. Don't need to call dad. Don't need to call grandpa. He, for short money and some planning on your part, can walk into a bank 17 years from now. They're not basing it on anything but his credit profile.
Yeah.
And you can start his credit profile right now.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's solid. I mean, he already be trying to buy apps, so maybe I just do that. He gonna run it up on the apps.
No. He don't even see it till he's 7. My son's 17, ain't touched nothing.
Yeah.
Because if he did, he'll mess it up.
Right,
So
right.
you do it for him to put him in position. So when he's 20 years old, him and a couple of his buddies say, hey, we're gonna do this tech thing. He can walk into a bank, put his own paperwork on the table, and get a loan based on his company profile, whatever, $2 million, and go try the business. That's how we say they do it. The people from the other side of town, they set up their credit profiles, they get it right, they start their business with somebody else's money. And if it don't work, hey, business closed. Chapter 9, walk away. It's not your personal. We're not advocating you want to crash. You want the business to be successful, but like, I think 8 out of 10 businesses fail. That's just facts. Whatever the number is not. It's a high percentage that don't make it, but that's how they start. We start with our blood, sweat, and tears and money. And we crash when it's done. We back in the hood stressed out. Other folks do it with credit. So LLC form, authorized user, you got cards, you running them up. He gets credit for having that, whatever, that black card you got, it goes on, imagine if for the next 17 years, he's an authorized user on the black card, what it does for his profile. They're gonna be throwing money at him. If you get one card, 10 cards come in the mail. He'll be getting cards sent to him for the next 17 years. You just stack them up. By the time he's 20 years old, he's good. And it didn't cost you nothing.
Nah, that's solid. We'll take that into consideration, man.
It was nice meeting you, man.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, C3. All love. I know you doing you. So again, ladies and gentlemen, live from Pasadena, Honduras. I don't know. I gotta say house. It wasn't Honduras. Hacienda.
Hacienda.
Yeah. It just actually goes with Pasadena.
Hacienda.
Yes.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. You will see them in person soon enough. They're coming on tour, so make sure you ain't in the hole. Make sure you ain't on lockdown, because you don't want to miss this show. And what I always say, go see your program people, go see the warden, go see the superintendent. I will come in person to your facility. If you call them, I'll pull up. Doesn't matter. So shout out to everybody across the country, man. Nothing but love. And until the next time, peace.
Nomadic on the track. Illmatic on the track.